Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Kamara Arifin bin Abdul Basit, our lecturer for this subject. So my name is Umar Zikry bin Saiful Zahani,
My name is Mahfudz Amaluddin bin Sholahudin.
and today I'm going to present about our project cybersecurity. Or this project is Tenaga Nasional Berhad. So for me, I'm going to present to you about the introduction of this project. Okay, so for this project, we choose Tenaga Nasional Berhad as the company that will audit in terms of their cyber security. So next, the Tenaga Nasional Berhad is one and only company that provide electricity utility in Malaysia except for Sarawak with almost 73 billion in assets. For more over 60 years, TNB has fueled national development initiative by providing dependable and efficient electrical services. TNB's core industry are energy generation, transmission and distribution. Through 6 thermal stations and 3 major hydroelectric schemes in Peninsular Malaysia, the company contributes significantly to total industry capacity. It also administers and operates the national grid, which connects TNB power station and IPPs to the Peninsular distribution network.
Okay, next, literature review. In this part, I will explain the scenario about the risk of cybersecurity challenge. Okay, there is three risk challenges, which is BYOD policy, insider, and outdated hardware. For the BOD policy, that the culprit none, the negative effect is device and file in danger, which means that, for example, let me give a scenario that employee in TMB sending the data using unsecure network to send the confidential of file about TNB to their boss. So when they send the file, but in unsecure network, there is a possibility that there will a hacker to intercept the data transfer. So when the hacker get the information, the hacker can do anything with the data that he gain. And second is insider attack. Insider attack, the culprit is former or current employee, can be. The purpose is to sell or steal the information about the company or about the employee inside TMB. So let's say that a former employee that has access to privilege entry inside the network, and when he or she have a access, he can do anything with the data. He can do about anything inside that network. So when a thing happen to fall into someone hand, bad thing will happen. So the third one is outdated hardware. Culprit is none. Negative effect is device and file company in danger. What that mean is, okay, let's say the device don't update their software or hardware, and when they want to share or to to do anything with their device that or surfing internet, especially surfing internet. When they're surfing internet, there is possibility that a new virus or malware that hardware the software cannot detect because the owner of the device don't update. So the new malware will attack or uh, attack inside the device and affect another file inside the device, though so that the problem will have, so that some of the device will be device and file will corrupted and missing. So we have to avoid the outdated hardware, and the solution for these three will be discussed inside the methodology by my friend Muaz. Thank you. That's all from me.
So methodology for this investigation, we conducted a survey by using Google Form as the platform to create the questionnaires. The target community for our survey was staff of the International Berhad Company, and there are around 22 respondents that were involved in this survey. This is an example of our questionnaires. There are four questions that was being asked in this survey. The first one is about the respondent's period of employment within the company. The second one is respondent implementation of the policies itself. The third one is about respondent issue on company devices or hardware. And the last one is the type of folders or files that the respondents are working with, whether it is being protected by password or not. I will continue with cybersecurity challenges. Cybersecurity challenges, we have decided to divide it three types of security challenges. The first one is BYOD threats, insider attacks, and the third one is audited hardware. So for BYOD threats, bring you on device threats, the cybersecurity challenges is misplaced or stolen devices. Second one is malware, and the third one is unsecure network. While for the insider attacks, it is being divided into three parts. The first one is malicious insider, careless insider, and mole. And lastly, for the outdated hardware, the cybersecurity challenges are constant increment of new malware threats, higher risk of infection by malware threats, and change of data. Solutions. We provide solution based on the cybersecurity threats that we think are going to affect the company, the National Berhad company itself. In terms of three main cybersecurity challenges, the first one is BYOD threats, insider attacks, and outdated hardware. For the BYOD threats, we decided to take measure by doing a BYOD policy itself to help reduce the risk of the company document to be stolen. Second one is identify responsibilities upfront so that the manager can have its own level of access to certain file, while the normal workers can access to every file. So we are going to identify and categorize people by their type of level of maybe work experience. And the third one is monitoring, which means that we are going to monitor the devices that are going to be used by the worker itself if they want to use their device for doing the office work. And for insider attacks, there are three types of main point. The first one is create a comprehensive protocol for terminating employees, which means that if the worker itself is not behaving correctly, then the company can take action for maybe terminating the employees itself. The second one is enable surveillance, which means we can hire maybe a manager to doing surveillance work to make sure that uh, they are not going to be having any leakage of information. The third one is dispose of the old equipment and documents in a proper manner, which means that instead of just throwing the confidential document to the bin, the manager itself or the CEO of the company itself can divide it, which documents are confidential and cannot be just thrown at the bin. They can separate the files, and they can just maybe um, separate it and think what are going to be done with the equipment itself or the file itself. The third one is outdated hardware, which means that the company can just buy new hardware, and maybe if the cost is very high and not worth to buy new hardware, then the company can just rent the hardware from any service, any company that provide that services. So that's all from me. Thank you.